do Bronx! Charles do Bronx! And from Brazil! We did it! Dude, these last 2 weeks of being a UFC fan have just been fucking perfect, bro. First, Oliveira submits Gamrot. Gamrot's not the GOAT. Dude, first Oliveira submits Gamrot, and then Pereira knocks out Nicoll. The crotch-sniffing era is officially over. Tony has died, will be giving you my reaction to UFC Rio. The card was a phenomenal card. My picks were on fire for tonight as well. Let's get straight into this, starting with the main event. Charles Oliveira versus Mateusz Gamrot. Man, Oliveira is a fucking G, bro. He is a G. Now look, first and foremost, I'm going to give my respect to Gamrot for taking this fight on short notice. 3 weeks notice, facing someone like Oliveira is crazy. But, dude, Gamrot was widely considered by almost everybody to be the best wrestler in the division. And fucking Oliveira out-wrestled him. Oliveira out-wrestled Gamrot. He literally picked him up at one point, slammed him down, took his back, put the rear naked choke in, and choked him out with ease, bro. And I knew this was going to happen, bro. Because to beat Charles Oliveira, you have to have a finishing ability. You have to have the ability to put someone out. And Gamrot does not have that. And he does not have striking on the feet. And so Oliveira did not have to fear Gamrot striking. He just walked him down with no respect whatsoever, straightforward. And Gamrot, he landed some good shots on Oliveira. He shot a takedown in the first round and got it. But Oliveira, he started working off of his back. He gets in, I don't even know what the position was. It was a weird thing. He had like, it looked like he was going for like a omoplata or like a Kimura-esque. Like it was fucking weird. Like it was like a, I don't even know what it was, but he had like his arm trapped between Oliveira's like legs. So Oliveira's like twisting Gamrot's shoulder and like contorting Gamrot's shoulder, and Gamrot couldn't advance position, right? Then he gets Gamrot's back. He's throwing the fucking rear naked choke up on him at the end of the first round. Doesn't get it, but rides out the end of the round. Clearly 10-9 Oliveira in the first round. Second round, Oliveira takes Gamrot down. Out wrestles Mateusz Gamrot. Absolutely insane. Out wrestling Gamrot. Like this is what I'm the most amazed about. It's like Gamrot's wrestling is some of the best the UFC has to offer, and Oliveira out wrestled him. You know? Oh, I just took a sip of water, and I actually just poured water all over my shorts because I'm so fucking hyped, bro. Oliveira got it done, man. Dude. It is a crazy timeline we're living in right now. The fucking unks of the UFC, the people that are old, are winning at a crazy rate. The Brazilians have finally decided to lock in. I mean, dude, if Oliveira lost in Rio, I just couldn't see it. I could not see it when I closed my eyes. I could not see Oliveira losing in Rio. Okay? Dude, we are living in the best timeline, bro. For real. Man, I'm surprised how easily he out-wrestled him as well. Like, he looked a level above Gamrot on the ground. And I do guess that, like, I'm not making excuses here, but, like, Gamrot did take it on short notice. You need more than 3 weeks to prepare for a grappler like Charles Oliveira. But, dude, what he just did to Gamrot, that's like, dude, that's more impressive than what Pereira did to Nicoll. That's more impressive than what Volk did to Lopez. That's like, he beat Gamrot in his realm and submitted him. And I know Oliveira is the submission guy, but Gamrot's the wrestling guy. Took him down, no respect, walked him down. Dude, on the feet, I was so nervous because he was not moving his head at all, and he was keeping his head in the pocket so much, dude. Oliveira's head, like, his fucking neck in the pocket was stressing me out so bad. He was not moving his head at all. But he was getting hit cleanly by Gamrot, and Gamrot could not do anything because he doesn't have the power, man. He doesn't have finishing ability on the feet. So Oliveira didn't have to respect that shit, but Charlie do Bronx, thank you so much. Charlie do Bronx, happy birthday to you. Dude, we did it! We defeated Gamrot, bro. Holy shit. I cannot believe it. Yeah, I'm going to make my fights to make video tomorrow, but I do like the call out from Oliveira. Holloway makes sense. It makes the most sense. Both guys have lost to Topuria by knockout. They're at the top of the division. If anyone should fight for a BMF, it is Oliveira. Most finishes in the UFC ever And he's just extending his records even further. Isn't that crazy? He already had the most finishes and the most submissions. And he's just extending the record even further, man. Oliveira is him, bro. Oliveira is him, bro. And this is something else. Toporia's wins are aging like fine wine as well, bro. And I don't want to talk about Oliveira's losses, I guess. But, like, dude, all of Toporia's wins, Volt getting the belt back, Oliveira just submitted Gamrot, Max beat Dustin. Dude, insanity. Insanity. Like, legitimate insanity. Crazy fight from start to bottom. And, man, Gamrot just didn't have anything on the ground for Charles, which is just crazy to say out loud. But I figured something, like, I picked knockout because I figured that Oliveira went this on the feet, and he did have a great advantage on the feet. But once the first round ended and he had the advantage on the ground, he just took it to the ground, and it was easy, bro. Oh, yeah, man. Charlie do Bronx. I'm a Brazil. We did it, bro. Let's go. The next fight that was on the card was Deiveson Figueiredo versus Montel Jackson. Now, I don't understand how one of the judges gave this to Montel Jackson. In what world did Montel Jackson win 2 rounds? And I'm pretty sure one of the judges actually gave Montel Jackson round 1. Disgusting behavior. Disgusting. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here giving Montel Jackson round 1? That was the clearest round. Like, if you're going to score it for Montel, you got to give him 2 and 3. But round 1 was a clear round for Figueiredo. But yeah, man, I figured this was a huge step up for Montel Jackson. Like, you look at the previous opponents of Montel Jackson, and he hadn't fought anyone like Figueiredo yet, bro. He beat Daniel Marcos by decision. He beat Damon Blackshear. And 3 fights ago, he was fighting Ronnie Yaya. And I'm just like, dude, there's no possible way. This is the biggest, like, one of the biggest step-ups we've ever seen. This, like, I was getting BSD versus Poirier vibes when I was, like, doing my fucking tape study for this. But yeah, man, I'm happy Figueiredo got it done by decision. Now, there were moments in this fight where Figueiredo did not, like, this is not prime Figueiredo, you know. This is not dangerous everywhere Figueiredo. He was letting Montel Jackson get up from some positions. He had full mount on Montel at one point. He was letting Montel get up. There was parts in this fight where I'm just like, man, this is not the same Figgy, but he still has enough to get it done against these people that are untested in the division. Another sip of water. Yeah, man. Figueiredo gets it done. Unk still got it. 39 years old. And, dude, I feel like people were just, like, the Corey Sandhagen fight for Figueiredo, people were just judging it too harshly, bro. Like, Figueiredo clearly did not look like himself in that fight at all. And, I don't think he was going to accept another fight coming in that same shape. So, Figueiredo outpoints Montel Jackson in round 1. He even wobbled him on the feet. If you want to give Montel round 3, fair enough, but I gave every single round to Figueiredo. I think he did enough with the leg kicks. He did enough with the, blitzes, and he landed the good shots in the blitzes, got the takedowns, threatened submissions. I think Figueiredo clearly won this. So, yeah. All right, man. All right, bro. This fight, this shit pissed me off, bro. Genuinely, this fight upset me. Now, let's just start from the beginning, okay? The fight starts, and Luque is having early success in the fight. He is having early success in the fight. He is jabbing up Yoel Alvarez, who's not moving his head. He's cracking him with counter hooks. Alvarez looks kind of stiff. Luque, he looks like he's like the prime Luque, right? But then Alvarez hits Luque with a shot to the eye, and Luque starts holding his eye, okay? And so then the ref decides to step in, and he waves the fight off for a second, and I'm just like, what? But it was a legal shot that Yoel Alvarez landed on Luque. His fist was closed, so the ref should have never stepped in the first place. So this is all the ref's fault, who was just dog shit in this fight. So the ref steps in, and so the ref steps in, he waves it off, and then he's like, oh wait, you want to keep going, Luque? Okay, never mind. Let me bring the doctor in. What? Okay, if it's a legal strike, it's not an eye poke, why are you bringing the doctor in? And why are you bringing the doctor in if Luque is okay to go? So first of all, it's a legal strike. The fight should have never been stopped. The ref steps in. Then he realizes it's a legal shot. He still brings the doctor in. It was, dude, I'm not going to say it because I don't want to get demonetized, but it was fucking stupid. It was fucking dumb, bro. Yeah, the ref steps in, but then the fight continues on, and Luque just gets pulverized in round 2, 10-8 in round 2. Easy 10-8. To the point where it's like we have to have a discussion about Luque being a quitter, because this is like the second time that he's kind of just done the Anthony Smith curl into a ball, Magomed Ankalaev method. I hate to say it, bro, but we have to have this conversation where when Luque starts taking damage like this, he just kind of shells up, bro. And this is something that he does against like physical opponents that he fights. And so, yeah, it's something we have to talk about. But then in round 3, we get to this position that I'm looking at right now on the screen. Why did the ref, this is the ref again. Why did the ref not ever step in? Why did the ref never break this position? They literally sat in this fucking same position for 3 minutes straight. And Alvarez didn't land, he wasn't throwing anything. I guess he was trying to do a submission attempt, but it's clearly not a submission attempt. As you can see, his arm is out, and he's blocking the fucking, the fucking pressure from Yoel Alvarez's hips from choking him. So this is a stationary position, and they held the same position for 3 minutes. Fucking dumb, bro. But yeah, this fight just pissed me off from start to finish. I was very surprised Alvarez, didn't get a knockout. It wasn't an eye poke, so honestly, you could have given him a knockout in round 1, but yeah. That fight was shit. The next fight that was on the card was Mario Pinto versus Jonata Diniz. Dude, first let's just talk about the fight. I figured that this was going to happen. Diniz is a glory kickboxer, transitioning to MMA. Pinto, he's an MMA fighter. Why would he not? Like, a lot of people were just assuming that this fight was going to stay on the feet. And I'm like, Pinto is going to take this down. He has good grappling. He has well-rounded abilities. So, yeah, Pinto's going to take Diniz down and maul him. And that's what happened. He took him down round 1. I do not know how Diniz did not tap to that Kimura that Pinto put him in. Insanity, straight grit from Diniz, who, he's a decent heavyweight. He beats all the bottom feeder heavyweights. You know what I mean? He beats the Mo Usmans of the world. He beats the Austin Lanes of the world. He's a like right outside the top 15 heavyweight, Jonata Diniz. So this is a great win for Pinto. And I think the stoppage for this was kind of weak. I think that Diniz was still defending himself, but I don't think it was going to get any better for him. So I'm not going to sit here and be like, horrible stoppage. And yeah, man, I don't think it was a horrible stoppage. But then the post-fight press conference, Michael Bisping's like, Mario Pinto! Okay, we'll talk about Michael Bisping's commentary in a second. He was pissing me off, too. But he was like, Mario Pinto! What do you think about your victory? He's like, I don't speak English well. And then 2 seconds later, he's like, hello, bruv. My name is Mario Pinto, and I am from the Great Isles of Great Britain. I am in Rio de Janeiro, and I just defeated... Like, he started speaking, like, perfect fucking English in the Lerone Murphy accent. Like, what? He's like, I can't speak English, Mr. Bisping, but here I am in a full conversation with you. But Mario Pinto, he's going to be a good heavyweight. I could see him doing a lot in the division just because he's, like, the state of the division is cooked, bro. But because he's well-rounded, I think he's going to go far. Like, isn't that crazy? I said he's well-rounded, and he's going to go far. Yeah, man. The heavyweight division's cooked, but... Let's move on to the next thing, which is Jose Aldo. I'm very happy they got Jose Aldo this moment. He laid the gloves down in Rio. King of Rio. Oliveira paid tribute to Aldo in his celebration, running out into the crowd. I hope they don't fine him too much. But, yeah, man. It was sad to see Jose Aldo go. Legend of the sport. Undefeated for 10 years. Stuck around the division for a while. Top 10, top 15 fighter of all time. Yeah, man. Jose Aldo's gone. We're not going to see another Jose Aldo fight. So hopefully he doesn't do like some fucking bare knuckle bullshit, bro. Like, just stay retired, man. Get on like the Brazilian commentary or something. Get on. So you speak Portuguese very well. Just get on the Portuguese commentary team. Start locking in on that. Yeah. The next fight was Con Ofli versus Ricardo Ramos. And I will say this, bro. I picked Con Ofli to win this fight, and I'm happy I got my pick right. But the cage grabs from Ofli in this fight were horrendous. Dude, Ramos was threatening like a heel hook, a leg lock, a calf slicer. He was even going for like a toe hold at one point, I'm pretty sure. And just hopefully he just kept grabbing the cage and pulling himself out of it. Eventually he pulls himself out of it and gets onto fucking Ramos's back, sinks the rear naked choke in and gets it. So I'm happy that Offaly got the win. But at the same time, man, it's a tainted win because you cheated the whole, like, grabbed the cage like 5 times. Like, literally 5 times. Yeah, man. Pretty disappointing, like, moment from Offaly because I wanted to see him get a clean win, but yeah, what the fuck. But yeah, I got the pick right, so fuck it. The next fight that was on the card was Michael Aswell versus Lucas Almeida. And if you didn't know, Lucas Almeida came into this fight with a broken hand. Like, you could see at the weigh-ins, my hand was a balloon. Dude, his hand was literally the size of a fucking golf ball, bro. Like the fucking moon. And he fought like he had a broken hand as well. He didn't want to throw at all. Michael Aswell just went in there and smoked him. Literally just walked him down and fucked him. Just walked him down with no respect. And he landed the same punch on him 6 times. Almeida didn't adapt. He just threw 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, and Almeida was gone. So yeah, that was that fight. The next fight that was on the card was Jafel Filho versus Clayton Carpenter. Man, this was a nasty submission from Filho. This is the only fight I got wrong on the card as well. I thought Clayton Carpenter was going to be better on the ground, man. Like I thought that he had good submission defense, but apparently not, man. Jafel Filho goes out there, takes him down, and puts him into a fucking pretzel. Gets the Kimura on him easy. Very shocking shit for me. Clayton Carpenter, I always thought he was an underrated guy, but I guess he's properly rated, you know? He seems like a decent little flyweight. Or he like, I thought he was going to be a good flyweight in the division, you know? And he just didn't have, like, this wasn't a crazy submission either. He just put him in a fucking Kimura, like, put him out, bro. So, yeah. That's my take on that fight. Dude, this is the fight I wanted to talk about. Because this was dog shit until the finish. Look at this fucking picture. Isn't this like a crazy screenshot? He's doing like the worm. Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson's doing the worm, bro. Yeah, bro. Vitor Petrino, after the first round, is like, he needs to like get rid of some of that muscle. You know? This guy looks like the scariest human being on the earth, but he has so much muscle. He has no cardio at all. He comes out in the first round and just looks like shit. No, he looks good in the first round, even dropping Peterson. But then it enters the second round and he just gasses completely. And Peterson actually won the second round, in my opinion, just off of the grappling. And Peterson did a good job shooting takedowns on Petrino, but there was so much stalling in this fight as well. They were holding each other against the cage a lot. Even got broken up, I think twice. I think it was in once or twice. It got broken up, but third round, Petrino, I guess he got some energy back in between rounds. Just fucking lands the left hook of doom on Thomas Jefferson. Puts him out cold, face plants him into the canvas, lands follow-up shots that weren't necessary. Dude, it was just a fucking sad affair. It was just a sad affair to watch, bro. Like Thomas Jefferson, bro, back to the lobby. Send him back to the Apex. He's not going to be a good heavyweight. He lost to Shamil Ghazi. He got knocked out by Shamil Ghazi, so I don't see any point of keeping him around. I mean, if we're cutting Martin Budai, who's like 9-2, why are we? Well, let's just cut him as well, you know. The next fight that was on the card was Bia Mosquita versus Irina Aliskea, the fucking tongue twister matchup of all tongue twisters. And yeah, bro, another Brazilian dominant victory. Now, I did think that this fight was going to be a little bit closer because when this fight was on the feet, Bia Mosquita did not look good at all. She looked like an amateur on the feet. And thank God she was fighting Irina Aliskea. Because if she was fighting like a fucking, like, I don't even know, like an Irina Aldana, I feel like Irina Aldana would be able to stuff those takedowns and it'd be stuck on the feet and it'd be, like, tough for Bia Mosquita. But Bia Mosquita smoked her, took her down in the first round. This is how Dagestanis describe Khabib. Like, what she did in the first round, landing those vicious elbows. Yeah, that was nasty as fuck from Bia Mosquita. She has a fun name to say, Be a Mosquito. That's like a fucking children's book. Like, oh, Be a Mosquito. You know what I'm saying? It's like a children's book. She got like a children's book ass name. Be a Mosquito. She just showed her great jiu-jitsu. Went out there, dominated on the ground, put the rear naked choke in, and fucked her up. So yeah. The next fight on the card was Lucas Rocha versus Stuart Nicoll. I forgot to take a screenshot of this fight, so here's just the Tapology. Fucking Tapology screen, but yeah, man. I don't know. Like, this fight was even odds. I have no idea how this fight was even odds. No clue how this fight was even odds at all. Because Lucas Rocha, he destroyed Stuart Nicoll in every aspect of this fight. The grappling, that was Stuart Nicoll's only chance. He was shooting panic takedowns the whole fight. Every single takedown stuffed with ease. Made it look easy. From Lucas Rocha, who looked like prime Cody Garbrandt out there styling on him. He threw a fucking roll. He was doing so good, he threw a rolling thunder at one point. Stuart Nicoll, he's got a good chin, but someone in my comments said this. You know how in Mortal Kombat, they do that like animation where they're about to get fatality'd? He was literally doing that the whole fight. Just like, he was doing the Harlem Shake the whole fight. He was like wobbled the whole fight, basically. There were points in this fight where I thought it could have been called off. Just because he wasn't defending himself properly. It would have been a standing TKO if they called it off, but yeah, man. I just don't understand how this fight was even odds. Like Stuart Nicoll, like, did they replace him with a clone of like Patchy Mix or something, bro? Like, he did not look good at all on this, so yeah. The next fight that was on the card was Julia Polastri versus I'm not gonna even attempt to pronounce the Polish bitch's name, but Polastri went out there and just completely dog walked Kawa. I'm not saying her name. I mean, she could have finished, like, she dropped her bat, like, hurt her with a body shot bat in the first round, but she decided to pace herself. Now, I will say the Polish woman, she was in the fight the whole time. It's not like it was just like walk him down and destroy him, but she was in the fight the whole time. She was throwing back until she wasn't, when she landed this crazy head kick. And then Julia Polastri, she lands like a combination that kind of reminded me of like TJ Dillashaw versus Renan Barão, where she had Kawakevich hurt against the fence and just starts unloading body shots, unloading headshots, like mixing the head and body, hitting every single target. Good performance from Julia Polastri. Let's get her a big bump up in competition. And the final fight, voices in the air, hear them loud and clear. Someone's gotta go. Someone's gotta go, and it was Simon Oliveira got fucking destroyed. Luan Lacerda went out there and dog walked Simon Oliveira. Not dog walked. It was a competitive fight, but Simon Oliveira didn't really have any answer for the takedowns of Luan Lacerda, who reversed every jiu-jitsu position that Simon Oliveira put him in, and then he got the submission on him. Easy work from Luan Lacerda. Like, dude, how do you go 0-4? Okay, I'm not even going to say anything. Let's just show you the fucking... Yeah, look at this. Look at all this green, baby. Boom. I got the Oliveira fight right, the Figueiredo fight right, the Alvarez fight right, Pinto, Ofli, Aswell. Got the Carpenter fight wrong, Petrino right, Mosquita right, Rocha right, Polastri right, and Lacerda correct. Beautiful predictions from Mr. Tony Has Died. Beautiful predictions from Tony Has Died. But that will do it for the video, man. Look, I am so fucking excited to see Oliveira back at the top of the weight class. Him versus Max Holloway title elimination bout. I don't really, like, Ilya, he's doing this Conor McGregor shit, bro, where he's just inactive. He's going to only take super fights. He's not giving people rematches. Bullshit, bro. If Oliveira or whoever wins Oliveira versus Holloway, they need to get the rematch against Ilya. They deserve it. Oliveira will have a win over Gamrot and Max will have a win over Dustin and Oliveira. And so, I'm just saying, whoever wins that fight needs to fight Ilya. And I was just so shocked, like legitimately so shocked how easily Oliveira dealt with the grappling of Gamrot, who we saw go toe-to-toe with Arman Tsarukyan in the wrestling. Toe-to-toe, like, he just mauled Ludovic Klein. He just destroyed everyone with his grappling and wrestling. And Oliveira just simply made it look easy, bro. which is the time. This is the timeline we live in. This is my life. I can't believe we're living in this timeline, but that will do it for the video. If you like the video, like, subscribe, do all that YouTube shit. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.